Are you a new lash artist that is struggling to get your bearings in your business? Well, I just want to give some tips to help you out. A lot of times it boils down to human relations, how we relate to the client. Even if the service doesn't turn out exactly the way the client would have liked, and sometimes that happens, it's happened to me. How we relate to that client, how human we are, really depends on that client coming back and going, it didn't turn out, but maybe I'll give her a second chance. So I'm going to give you a few little pointers in human relationships. So, number one, and I wrote them down, communicate from your heart and solve problems with your head. A lot of times when clients are coming in, if they've had a not so great service from another esthetician, or they're just really frazzled, confused, not sure what they want, have a heart. Understand that you could be in that same position. And a lot of clients have no idea about the day-to-day ins and outs and all the calculations that we make with the length of their natural lashes and applying the correct extension, giving them the style they want, what their own lashes can hold. They have no idea. So you have to make sure that you communicate from your heart and then solve the problems from your head. Another one, a smile goes a long way. Now, I don't mean to sit there and stare at them like this with a smile, but as they are going through their litany of, I'm not sure, I feel silly, am I asking the right questions? And some of them so many times throw up their hands and go, you're the expert, you tell me. Make sure that you give a smile of sincerity to know that, to let them know that you are listening with your heart. Okay, be kind to others. Treat people the way you would want to be treated. So put yourself in that client's shoes. She's seeing you for the very first time. She might have just booked you online or was referred by another client. Put yourself in their shoes. How would you want to be treated when you walk into the door of a professional? Okay, every action is about a reaction. Think twice before reacting, especially if the client is complaining about another esthetician or they are complaining about even the service that you have given. Don't react so much from a defensive standpoint of, well, I don't know if you know what you're talking about. Calm down, take a breath, and really listen. This is a great opportunity for you to maybe redo the service and keep that client coming back and her referring many other friends and family members to you. Okay, learn to ask for help when you're overwhelmed. One thing that's great about social media, you can get on Facebook, there's wonderful groups on there to pose a question about what's going on and how overwhelmed you feel. Sometimes it's not always easy to call your school that you graduated from and say, I'm having this issue. Can you please help me? Go out there and put it on social media or befriend another lash artist. They should be able to have an open heart, take you under their wing, and give you some really great suggestions. Show people you care by listening to them and trying to understand from their point of view. Now, this goes back to communicating from your heart. When you show people that you're really listening, that's the reason why we have two ears and one mouth. And when we're trying to understand where that client is coming from, we're putting ourselves in their shoes. They could be really frazzled. Understand, well, I would be frazzled too. Or if they're angry because they were hurt physically by a service, or even got their feelings hurt because of the way another esthetician reacted. Be sure to listen with your heart and understand where they're coming from. And this is another thing. Make sure that you allowed enough time, especially when you are cultivating a new client. You may look on the books and see that, oh, they booked for a classic. Oh, that's not going to take long. It's only 45 minutes or 50 minutes or however long it takes you. And that'll be quick. I'll just knock it out. This is a brand new client. I would suggest you block out a couple of hours because it's an investment in that client. So I hope that those suggestions were helpful. See you next time.